That's true. That's very much so. But I would add only one more element to what you've said. The grand plan of the Almighty includes this uh, fact possibility that whatever his grand plan is, it gets realized through independent, not forced, independent decisions of individuals. Now, it may sound strange, but it's true. We decide on our own volition, we decide independently. And yet, ultimately, what we all decide, it comes down to what the Almighty had decided.
The
So,
question is like, is this independent thought also not manned by the thought?
uh, you see, this independent thought is independent insofar as we are choosing to decide ourselves, and therefore we are responsible for it. But what you're saying is that we obviously decide in a scenario where we have got limited options, which are provided by the Almighty. And it's there, I believe, that his grand plan gets the opportunity of getting realized. So he does what he chooses to do, but he also allows people to choose on their own. Now, it appears very complicated, but honestly, we go through experiences in life which lead us to believe that that is how it's happening. We are deciding on our own, and yet it happens that God's decision gets implemented. Uh, honestly, it sounds strange, but it sounds strange because it is beyond our capacity to absorb, but it's a reality. You know, that is what that's really what normally is discussed under the category of uh, free will and predestination. We've talked about it in some of one of our earlier sessions.
Last three lectures were mostly about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer is.
Well, yes, we tried to understand it. And I just gave this example that, some people have dreams which come true. And what comes true is not forced upon people to do. They just choose to do. And yet it's dreamt before it happens. So the Almighty just wants to tell us, "Wama utitum minal ilmi illa qalila." You've got very little knowledge. I know beforehand, and yet what you do is what you do independently.
That's what makes so important on Sira as well all his life. He's been able to, like you said, make choices by himself. And he's Allah shows that, proves that, I think, through that he had the choice to maybe ignore the blind person or to accept him right away and say, no, I need to take I want to listen to what he's saying. So he did make that choice, but did Allah plan to put it in the Quran already? That is predestined probably, but Prophet Muhammad had that choice, as you said, to make that decision on his own. I think that particular incident or many other incidents prove that he's made those not mistakes, those decisions which according to Allah would have been better or would have been another way under part of the Quran and Islam for us to learn from. That indeed we do have the choice to make that decision and then be okay with it.
Right. And the way we explain it is that, you see, even as somebody who is sincere and well meaning, you can sometimes choose to decide what is not ideal, which is not exactly according to the Almighty's plan. So that probably is a good message for us. We have to have good intentions. That's about it. We don't have the privilege of direct intervention from the Almighty. But I think it's important that those verses should have been there.
Yes.
Because otherwise it would all be mechanical.
Mm.
And honestly, had it been all mechanical, it would be very confusing. And allow me to say, honestly, the respect for the Prophet ﷺ that we have comes only because we know that what he did on his own. He was not forced, and he was not doing all this mechanically, which really makes him great. Absolutely. So he was not forced.
Human.
Yeah. He was doing it on his own. And yet what he was doing was great.